Well, a very good afternoon to you and welcome to this live broadcast. This is a special sitting of the Senate, and this live broadcast is brought to you by the Parliamentary Broadcasting Unit in partnership with the Kenya Broadcasting Corporation. This afternoon, the members of the Senate are convening a special sitting pursuant to Standing Order number 33-1 to consider various business for this particular sitting. And in the order of business for the senators this afternoon in this special sitting is that they will be considering the Climate Change Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 42 of 2023 in the Committee of the Whole House stage. Remember, this bill has been on the floor of the Senate in the morning sitting. In the morning today, the senators also held a special sitting to consider this bill at the second reading stage, and members had the opportunity to give their opinions on the particular bill, and the bill passed at the second reading stage. So this afternoon, the bill is set to be considered at the Committee of the Whole House stage. It is a bill that will be tabled by the Senate Majority Leader, Honorable Aaron Cheruiyot. As you can see, he is already at the chambers. Members will also this afternoon be considering to alter the Senate calendar for the second session. This is a special sitting, meaning that the senators are on a recess. It is a 3-week recess that was scheduled to end on the 4th and resume on 5th of September. But in this motion, the senators will be seeking to alter that particular date and have the House resume from that particular recess on Tuesday of 12th September. The year 2023. So basically those are the two businesses to be transacted in the chambers this afternoon. This motion will also be moved by the Senate Majority Leader. The Committee of the Whole House stage is pursuant to the House Standing Order number 150 that talks about the committal of bills to Committee of the Whole. Standing Order 151 indicates that a bill having been read a second time shall stand committed to a Committee of the Whole. And this is what just happened in the morning sitting when the bill was debated and read a second time in the morning sitting. And the bill having been read a second time, then it stands committed to a Committee of the Whole. And that is one of the businesses that the members will be getting into this afternoon. Standing Order 150, Part 2 indicates that on the order of the day for Committee of the Whole, a bill being read, the Speaker shall leave the chair without a question put. So in this case, the chair, we will see the Speaker will be in the chambers, but later leave to hand over the House to the chair, who will be leading the Committee of the Whole on this bill. We will see whether there are amendments, but so far there are no amendments that have been moved on the order paper that we have it now. But we will be looking at what members will be saying at the Committee of the Whole House this afternoon. The Speaker of the Senate, Honorable Amason Jeffa Kingi, as you can see, is walking into the chambers to preside over this afternoon session. Allow me to hand you over to this live broadcast brought to you by PBU in partnership with KBC. Good afternoon.
Let us pray. Almighty God, we beseech you to behold with your abundant favor and blessings us, your servants, whom you have been pleased to call to leadership positions in this republic. We seek guidance to treat and consider all matters that shall come under deliberation in so just and faithful a manner as to advance the peace, prosperity, and welfare of our country and of those whose interests you've committed to our church. Amen. Clerk, do we have quorum? Sergeant at Arms, kindly ring the quorum bell for 10 minutes.
Well, a 10-minute quorum bell is currently underway as directed by the Speaker. The House needs a quorum, rather a total of 15 members to be seated in the chambers for the commencement of the House business, and this is according to Standing Order number 40 for the Senate. If the House lacks the requisite quorum, the House may stand adjourned, but currently is a 10-minute quorum bell, and members who may be within the precincts of Parliament are required to make their way to the chambers to enable the House achieve the needed numbers for the House to commence the business that is scheduled to be transacted in today's afternoon special sitting. The business is consideration of the Climate Change Amendment Bill originating from the National Assembly, Bill number 42 of 2023, at the Committee of the Whole, as well as consideration of a motion that seeks to alter the Senate calendar.
Administration of oath. Order number 2, communication from the chair. Order number 3, messages. Order number 4, petitions. Order number 5, papers. Order number 6, notices of motion. Order number 7, questions and statements.
Now, honorable senators, for convenience of the House and pursuant to Standing Order 45-2, allow me to rearrange the sequence of today's order paper by moving to prosecute order number 9, and thereafter we will come back to order number 8. Clerk, proceed to call that order.
Order number 9, motion, alteration of the Senate calendar.
Majority Leader. Your microphone is off, ML.
It's okay now, I think. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I beg to move the following motion, albeit in an amended form, separate from what I had issued as a notice earlier. Mr. Speaker, that notwithstanding the resolutions of the Senate made on the 16th of February 2023, which is the approval of the Senate calendar on the 29th of March 2023 and 27th June 2023, alteration of Senate calendar, pursuant to Standing Order number 32-4, the Senate resolves to further alter its calendar, regular sessions for the second session 2023 in respect of Part 5 to resume from the recess on Tuesday, the 19th of September 2023. Mr. Speaker, sir, you will recall that when this House rose 3 weeks ago, actually I think 2 weeks ago, we were supposed to have a 3 weeks recess. But you know for a fact, Mr. Speaker, that immediately soon after, we proceeded to Eldoret for 1 week for the devolution conference. Immediately soon after, Mr. Speaker, I have actually requested, and I'm grateful to my colleagues, that the whole of this week we have spent here in Parliament. On Tuesday, yesterday for members of the Land and Environment Committee, and today, the entire day we have been here. Mr. Speaker, one of the hardest things to do as a politician in this country is to be re-elected as a senator. Because you go to a public forum, you find the MCA, they will point to the ECD classroom. You find the MP, they'll point the administration block. The governor will say, I have done the road. The president has promised a big dam. The women rep will have checks for bursaries and for the women. Then they'll say, let's welcome a big man that we elected to go to Nairobi, called the senator. What do you have for us, Mr. Speaker? And you know, senators. So it is only out of our presence in the village, solving little problems sometimes, when we have time during recess, that we are able at least to have some relevance in this country, Mr. Speaker. Therefore, I know what it means when colleagues say that leader of majority allow us some time to retreat at least back to the villages to be with our constituents for at least a week or two. Many of these senators are respected in their various counties. Their word on many issues, topical issues in their county, counts for something. Senator Kamau will wish to go back to Lamu and address himself to the security issues. I know they have seen many things online. Certain MCAs tearing into the governor here in Nairobi. Others have turned into his chief defendant. So it will be good for Senator Watenya Sifuna to find time and speak to Governor Sakaja and understand what is happening in his county. Listen to the MCAs as well. I'm sure, and so many others. Of course, Senator Karungo is not yet here. I saw a press conference from his MCAs. So time for senators to be out of Nairobi is time still spent actually going about their constitutional duty, Mr. Speaker. So I do not take it for granted when colleagues request that allow us at least 2 weeks to find time to resolve a few issues in our county. I have seen the problematic deputy of Siaya has begun his usual problem, so they need the wise counsel of Senator Youth Leader, Dr. Oburu Odinga, to sit down and perhaps try and bring sanity to the county. So there are many things that senators go about during their recess, Mr. Speaker. Therefore, when we request that we need 2 weeks, it's not an abrogation of responsibility. It's not any sense of dereliction of duty, Mr. Speaker, that members perhaps are requesting for this period to be able to consider many other things, over and above the individual things that some of them, the only time they get to do is during recess, Mr. Speaker. I say those many things to say, in short, Mr. Speaker, that is why we have requested to move our recess period by a further 2 weeks, so that we are able to attend to all those duties, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for indulging us with those very many remarks. I beg to move and request the indefatigable Senator of Migori, Senator Edward Gisheru Okech, to second this motion. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I think that I wouldn't belabor much on this particular motion, because as the majority leader, the very able leader, Senator Arun, has indicated, Mr. Speaker, we do get energy as a people in this house from the people we represent. And, you know, when we were starting the session in the morning, I listened to Senator Boni Aluale saying that he really did miss the house. And I was listening and waiting for him to tell us where was he. And unfortunately, Mr. Speaker, the senator was not in his home county or in the village in Kakamega apparently was still on some assignments and duties that are still related to this house, because I can assure you that if that was not the case, the senator could not have said that he saw some huge planes in some airport. This could not have been somewhere in Kakamega, Mr. Speaker. So the senator definitely does need to go back to Kakamega and be able to, get some insights of the people of Kakamega, as well as be able to engage in some bullfighting activities, Mr. Speaker, because I'm seeing is losing the stamina and he needs to go and recharge. And therefore, Mr. Speaker, I do also recognize that even though we were trying to extend our time to around the 12th, Mr. Speaker, next week will still be just as heavy as normal working days, because next week we have got the climate summit that is coming to the country, Mr. Speaker, and I do know that they are very well aligned events, both formally and informally, that fellow senators and members of parliament will be engaged in, such that it will be so difficult to come from that heavy summit and come here and still have the same level of energy and rigor to be able to contribute in the House. So I want to encourage my brother Senator Cherargei to make sure that he supports this motion. I know that he was not very well aware that the forum that we are having on climate change next week will affect some of the senators very squarely. And therefore, he needs to actually participate so well in that conference, knowing very well that after that, you can be able to go home and recharge, and also be able to engage with this governor of Nandi, Mr. Speaker, on how the resources of Nandi are being spent together with the MCS there. So I do support this motion, Mr. Speaker, and I hope that when we come back, we will not only be having enough energy to continue transacting the business of this House, but also having better insights on issues that we need to give priority from the communities that we serve in the grassroots. And with that, Mr. Speaker, I seek to second. Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Senators, I now proceed to propose the question that, notwithstanding the resolutions of the Senate made on the 16th February 2023, approval of the Senate calendar on 29th March 2023 and on the 27th June 2023, alteration of the Senate calendar pursuant to Standing Order 32-4, the Senate resolves to further alter its calendar, regular sessions, for the second session 2023 in respect of Part 5 to resume from recess on Tuesday, 19th September 2023. What is your point of order?
I thank you, the Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I stand on Standing Order 111 to seek leave of the House to limit debate on this motion. Seeing as it was, Mr. Speaker, that this is a procedural motion, I don't spend a lot of time debating extension of time for the calendar. I seek to stand on Standing Order 111 to limit debate to 3 minutes per senator, and I ask Senator Medhu to second.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I would want to agree with my head of our church, AIC, that now this is a procedural motion, and you also know that, Mr. Speaker, we also have the other bill that is before us that we also need to conclude. So I second. I ask that we have maybe three from each side if it is agreeable, and then we limit debaters, or even 1-1. You know, the mood of the House looks. Mr. Speaker, actually, the mood of the House looks like they just want the question to be put. That we just put the question. Now, Honorable, what is your point of order, Senator Sifuna?
Mr. Speaker, in fact, on the side of minority, we have confirmed that we do not want to make any contributions to this motion. and Mr. Speaker, protect me, please.
Can Senator Sifuna be heard in silence?
Yes.
Proceed.
And on this particular agenda, I want to ask that the majority leader seconds me. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, I have equally read the mood on the majority side, and I have declared that nobody will be allowed to speak. We put the question because people want to begin their recess, Mr. Speaker. I just want one vote, 2 votes, Mr. Speaker, for third reading, and we go home.
Now, honorable senators, pursuant to the mood as correctly read by Senator Sifuna and the majority leader, I will proceed to put the question. The notwithstanding the resolutions of the Senate made on the 16th February 2023, approval of Senate calendar on 29th March 2023 and on the 27th June 2023, alteration of the Senate calendar pursuant to Standing Order 32-4, the Senate resolves to further alter its calendar, regular sessions for the second session 2023 in respect of Part 5 to resume from recess on Tuesday 19th September 2023. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Next order.
Order number 8, Committee of the Whole, the Climate Change Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bills number 42 of 2023.
The other button. Honorable Senators, we are now in the Committee of the Whole for considering the Climate Change Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bills number 42 of 2023. Honorable members, I confirm that there are no amendments proposed for this bill, so we will proceed very quickly. Clerk.
Clauses 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10.
I propose the question that clauses 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 be part of the bill. I put the question that clauses 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 be part of the bill. Division at the end.
Clauses 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17.
I propose the question that clauses 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17 be part of the bill. I put the question that clauses 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 be part of the bill. Division at the end.
Clause 2, the title, and clause 1.
I propose the question that clause 2, the title, and clause 1 be part of the bill. I put the question that clause 2, the title, and clause 1 be part of the bill. Division at the end.
So now, Senators, we are now proceeding to division. I ask the division bell to be rung for 2 minutes.
Honorable Senators,
Yes, we are proceeding now to the division.
we are now proceeding to the division, and I direct that the division bell be rung for 2 minutes.
You can display the question. Yeah, then
Well, the senators are now in the committee of the whole, considering the Climate Change Amendment Bill 2023, and currently is a division bell that is on. The clauses in the bill have been called out. There are no amendments proposed so far. So this division bell will be seeing the members vote that the clauses be adopted as they are, or be part of the bill as they are. A total of about 24 members are needed in this particular division process to enable the bill go through the process effectively. So this is a division bell that is alerting the members that they are needed at the chambers to effect this particular process. 24 will be needed, and once the division bell is done, the doors will be closed and the bars drawn, and the members will be going on division through electronic voting, and this screen will be up on your screen to see how that particular voting will be done. Those are the clauses that members will be voting on, from clause 1, 2 to 17, that they be part of the bill, but currently the bell is still on for the members to be in, and we will be seeing the total members who will have voted. But for that particular process to be complete, or for that particular process to be through, then 24 members will need to have cast their vote agreeing to those particular clauses be adopted as they are, or be part of the bill as they are. If the number is not achieved, then they'll have to go through the same process. Allow me to hand you over for that voting process.
Now direct that the doors be closed and the bars be drawn. Sergeant at Arms? Senators, please log out. Sergeant at Arms to collect, to withdraw unattended cards. Sergeant at Arms, have you? Senators may now log in afresh. We are going to vote electronically, so I now put the question that clause 3, clause 4, clause 5, clause 6, clause 7, clause 8, clause 9, clause 10, clause 11, clause 12, clause 13, clause 14, clause 15, clause 16, clause 17, clause 2, the title and clause 1 be part of the bill. You may now vote.
Then we are recommending, once we finish the committee of the whole, not to open the doors intentionally so that they don't walk out. So that we finish the committee, the third reading, and then break for the day.
Okay. So I just keep going.
Yes, keep quiet. What happened? Remind senators to vote, to those who have not voted to vote. We only have now 15 seconds.
Honorable Senators, we only have 15 seconds for those who have not voted. You can print them.
So, print the results to one.
Print session.
See session, just the results. If you print session, it will print all plus second reading.
Honorable Senators, I'd like to invite Senators Eddie Okech, Senator Mariam Omar, and Senator Tobiko Perez to come and vote manually. They have not voted.
Senator Beatrice Ogola also.
Has she?
Yes, Senator Beatrice Ogola.
And Senator Beatrice Ogola. Honorable Senators, these are the results of the vote. The ayes, 33, the noes, 0, abstentions, 0. The ayes have it. I now call the mover, Honorable Cheruyot.
Mike. Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that the Senate Committee do report to the Senate its consideration of the Climate Change Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 42, and its approval thereof without amendments. Without.
I put the question that the committee do report to the Senate its consideration of the Climate Change Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bills number 42 of 2023, and its approval thereof without amendments. Will as many as are of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as are of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
You will go to retreat back to your seat and then read from here.
Madam Speaker.
Sergeant at arms, you may open the doors and draw the bar. Honorable Senators, you may resume your seats. I now call upon the chairperson to report the proceedings of the committee. Senator Catherine Moma.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I beg to report that the Committee of the Whole has considered the Climate Change Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bills number 42 of 2023, and its approval thereof without amendments.
Thank you. I now call upon the mover of the motion to proceed and move.
Would be one more. Honorable, move that the House do agree with the committee of the said report. I call upon the minority leader to second.
I second. Thank you.
Honorable Senators, I propose the question that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. I put the question that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. As many as are of that opinion say aye. Aye. As many as are of contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. I call upon the mover of the motion.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the Climate Change Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 42 of 2023 be now read a third time. I call upon the leader of my minority, Justice Retired, Stewart M. Mazayo, to second.
Madam Speaker, I do second.
Honorable Senators, I propose the question that the Climate Change Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bills number 42 of 2023 be now read a third time. I put the question that the Climate Change Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bills number 42 of 2023 be now read a third time. Division. We will vote electronically. I will request the doors to be closed and the bar to be drawn. I will now put the question that the Climate Change Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bills number 42 of 2023, be now read at that time. And senators, you may proceed to log out. Sergeant at Arms, can you collect any unattended cards? And are we ready? Senators, you can now log in. You can proceed to vote. Senator Peris Tobiko, Senator Mariam, and Senator Beatrice, please approach the clerk's desk. Honorable Senators, Honorable Senators, Honorable Senators, the results of the vote have been tabulated. The ayes have 33 votes, the noes 0, abstentions 0. The ayes have it. Honorable Clerk, can you read for the third time?
A bill for an act of parliament to amend the Climate Change Act 2016 and for connected purposes.
Sergeant at Arms, you can withdraw the bar and open the doors. Honorable Senators, I want to thank you for making it to the special session today and expediting the business that was before the House today. And there being no other business on the order paper, the Senate stands adjourned until 19th September 2023 at 2:30 p.m. Thank you.
Well, the afternoon sitting, this is a special sitting, has just been adjourned with the Senate adopting and approving the Climate Change Amendment Bill 2023 without amendments, and again considering or adopting the motion that sought to alter the calendar for the senators. They will now be proceeding for a further 2 weeks on recess and resume on the 19th of September. So that's it from here. Allow me to hand you over back to our studios. My name is Kamche Menza. Enjoy your viewing in our normal programming. Goodbye.